Hello, Corey.
Hi. Hi, Jonas. Fancy seeing you here this time of the morning.
Is it morning?
It's probably. I'm losing track of time.
It feels like it is.
Yeah. Been a long day. We've got some good stuff taken care of, though, today. We went out to lunch. We got some Mexican food. That was pretty good.
Very good.
Are we live?
We are live.
Oh, so everyone's already here?
A lot of people.
You didn't even warn me, man.
I just said hi.
Okay.
You should know. You just run with it. I'll start doing a countdown like we're doing a radio show.
Well, you could have just been saying hi just in general. I didn't know that we were starting.
Well, we have started.
Well, hey, how's everybody going? Or how's everybody going? How's everyone doing? That's probably the right thing to say. It's been a long day, guys. Sorry. So I am Corey. This is Takeover Tuesday, which I think I've recently been informed, like, this is going to be kind of like my thing I do on Tuesdays now, which, I mean, we'll probably still switch things out from time to time, but the amount of support you guys have shown towards saying, hey, Corey, you do the Tuesday show, like, that's pretty cool. So I guess I'll keep doing it until I get kicked off the island, so to speak. Which, speaking of, I think Survivor's going on right now.
It is.
Am I the only one who watches Survivor?
I watch Survivor.
Anymore? They said that they were in their 50th season, and I was like, how's that possible? Survivor has been going on for 50 years. And then I realized that there's 2 seasons a year. I was like, okay, all right, that makes sense. But yeah, I'm watching Survivor right now, so everyone's getting kicked off the island.
What's your favorite season of Survivor?
Well, the OG, the Boston Rob one from way back in the day.
That's my favorite.
That was the good stuff. Yeah, this season's okay. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I always thought that was kind of fun. So, yeah. Yeah. Do we have any comments or anything?
A couple of people are just saying hi.
Cool.
I would like to give a shout out to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. If not, just please let us know. We are using a new mixer today, and still trying to figure that out. I want to give a quick shout out to Hal. He sent a message at 11:06 a.m. today.
Okay.
Oh, he sent a comment.
Oh, what did he say?
I think it was like, I can't go back far enough now to see it.
Oh, okay.
But it was something like, hello, TS Maniacs, or something along those lines.
We are all maniacs, aren't we?
Yeah.
Acoustic guitar maniacs. But yeah, so here we are today at Takeover Tuesday. As always, I kind of leave this show up to you all to determine kind of the route for the day. Of course, I'm happy to answer any normal questions that you have, or abnormal questions if you have those too. I'm happy to try to get those. And I'm happy to play some guitars. I've got my trusty mic, the 4099 Core Plus. People always ask us what this is. It's the DPA 4099 Core Plus. So we're gonna, this is plugged in and ready to go for anybody who wants to check out some guitars. But I don't have anything specific to show you guys or talk about. The only thing that I can really kind of start off the stream with by saying, for sure is that, hey, we have actually Martin financing for this month. This is 24-month financing for Martin-specific products. So that is Martin guitars, of course. And in the cases where I do have some Martin ukuleles, which are actually really nice too. But that is going on. Other than that, I'll just probably break into questions.
Will you play the Banjo Tuner OM?
Sure. Yeah.
And while you're getting that down, Hal did have a question. Do we carry fiddles? And what are your thoughts on the London 5-string fiddle?
On the London 5-string fiddle?
Yep.
So my thoughts on fiddles is something that you may not want to hear because I don't know how to play fiddle. I wish I could. We do carry some fiddles. I will say in our neck of the woods, fiddles are a little bit more scarce of people looking for them. So we don't typically carry as many, but yes, we do have some fiddles, and that sounds great. I do not have any thoughts on a 5-string fiddle other than it must be nice to be able to hit that low C. Is that it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it should be.
Wow. What a wonderfully balanced guitar that is just wonderful to play and is just perfectly articulate. These guitars are just really something to admire, man. You know, I think I've said this before about bourgeois stuff, and stop me if by the way, Jonas, if I start going off on a tangent. I'm trying to make sure I
do have a couple more questions.
I try to make sure I'm not talking too much this time. But bourgeois guitars are guitars that grow on me over time. We've talked about this before, where sometimes we'll get something in and I'm like, yeah, I see it, I understand it, but maybe that isn't quite right for me. And then I'll play it again like a week later. I'll be like, okay, well, that's different than what I last remembered. And then that just keeps happening to the point where I think that these are guitars sometimes that, and this one was one too. Of course, I always recognize that this was an absolutely beautiful and wonderful guitar, but that sounded different than I expected at the beginning. And now that I'm playing it again, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guitar is opening up and becoming something really wonderful. I know John loved it from the beginning, but this is, it's been a little while since I played it, and I'm just really shocked at how wonderful this is to play. I guess I'd forgotten, or maybe I changed my perspective. I don't know. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah,
quick
I'm happy
question.
to answer questions.
Oh well, lots of questions. Okay. First one, what guitar is that? That is the Banjo Tuner OM from Bourgeois. That is a Bourgeois VT with Brazilian rosewood and Addy top high glue. It's it's got the works in it. What Mando, this is from Dr. Dookie Smarts.
Okay.
What Mando should I buy to start out?
What mandolin should you buy to start out? So, that's a great question. The first thing that I would say is, what type of budget are you looking at spending? Mandolins are a lot fewer and further between than acoustic guitars, at least as far as product availability is concerned. There's just far fewer of them made, and therefore they are just more difficult to make, so they tend to be priced differently than guitars. A really great option to start off if you're wanting to stay around $400 or so or less would be the Eastman PCH oval hole mandolin. It is a flat top style that's more like a pan style mandolin, but it's got an oval hole and they play great, they sound great. It's a laminate back and sides, but it's a solid top. Great mandolin. But if you want to get into like a fully carved mandolin to really get you into the right space to get a great mandolin right off the bat, even though it's an entry-level mandolin, it's really just a great bare bones mandolin. It's the MD305 or the 315 if you want to step up to the F style with the scroll and everything. If you don't need the scroll, then an A style MD305 would be great. Those are around $700. That would be to me a top tier entry level mandolin. And of course there are other options too, like Lore, Michael Kelly,
Fender.
Lots of different options that you can find in price points under $400. I always caution people though about some of the really low price points with mandolins, because as I've talked with before, I understand budget is always a concern, but you also have to try to give yourself the best chance to succeed. And I think around that $300-400 space, the PCH mandolins are some of the ones that we found to be just some of the best quality instruments relative to their value. So I would say that 305 for an excellent high-end entry-level starter, PCH mandolin for dipping your toe into the water and seeing if it's right for you.
This is a question from Jim Mexdorf. Let's see here. If you had to choose based on price difference and considering wood tops, would you choose a standard 00018 or a custom shop 00018 from Martin?
A standard 00018 or a custom shop 00018 if there is no price consideration?
Yeah.
I mean, I would choose the custom shop if there's nothing I have to worry about with price or anything. But a standard 00018, which we probably have one around here somewhere, maybe not.
This one over there.
Oh yeah, standard 00018 is an excellent guitar. I mean, it is what you would consider a production model Martin that is like a tried and true classic, right? It's just a small version like a D18. So I really love those. If I was wanting to stay around that price point, that would be one of the best guitars I could think of around there. But knowing me, I tend to like Adirondack spruce tops on things, so if I really had a choice and I had my druthers, I'd probably try to do something custom shop if I could. But that's only if I had the money to do so. Otherwise, I think that's a $2,900 guitar. That's absolutely excellent, standard 00018.
Are we
that
still
answers
an
that.
active Gallagher dealer?
Yes. Yep, we are still an active Gallagher dealer. We actually just recently helped facilitate a custom order for Gallagher for a gentleman who's a regular viewer of ours, and it looks like an amazing guitar that got his way. We just haven't had as many in lately, but of course we're still an active Gallagher dealer. Yeah, absolutely.
Other than the Martin financing that we are offering currently, what are the other terms we offer?
Well, that's a good question. So there are multiple options that a person can use just through our website, right? There's Shoppe, there's Affirm. I think those are the two that I can think of off the top of my head. That is on the user end, right? To have terms set, right? So you can just go into our website, you can pick the instrument or item that you're interested in, and you can use those options to pay for it if you prefer. Now that is separate from anything that we have to do as far as setting terms goes. The only option right now that we have specifically where we can help facilitate different options of terms is through Synchrony. And right now, Synchrony has a 6-month interest deferred, a 12-month interest deferred, a 48-month 13.99% fixed interest. And then from time to time, we get these promotional deals that will spark up because essentially what it is, whenever we have a Martin promotional financing going on, it means that Martin is helping absorb a portion of the cost of actually using that transaction fee. So we take a portion of it, Martin does, and it helps it bring it down to make it manageable to offer that for you all. And that's, I believe that's going on, it may even be longer than the month of March, but for right now, I believe it's March, April, if I'm not mistaken, but 24 months, and that is for any Martin item. And if that's something anyone was interested in, of course, you can call us, and we can go through that with you and help you figure that out. But if you want, you can go to our website, go to the About Us tab, click on up to 48 months financing available tab, and then apply now. And it'll give you a credit limit that you can use to give you an idea of what is available for you as far as a credit line for purchasing a Martin guitar for those terms.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, here's another quick question. It's from
Wonderful.
Optimus Mano. I think I'm saying that right. Hello from Sweden. Love these live streams and videos. Curious when we can see the Eastman E25 SSV, and can you play a D35 if we have one in the shop?
Probably.
But we do not have a D35 at the moment.
We don't?
No.
We don't have one?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, whose fault is that, Jonas?
I don't know. Somebody came in and bought one.
Oh, okay. So, what was their first question about?
When will we be seeing the E25 SSVs?
Okay, E25 SSV. Hopefully soon, in like the next few weeks, I think is what John was saying. That's my hope when we're going to start seeing them. The tough thing that makes it difficult to gauge the ETA of arrival or the estimated time of arrival of these things is, it's really, we're at the mercy of just when they can get them to us, right? They could be just not even had any in Eastman's factory yet or a workshop in LA. So as soon as we know they're on our way, we will let you guys know. But I think it's soon, hopefully soon. And I don't think I have a D35 right now, but I love D35s. They're cool. Yeah, we should have one, but it doesn't look like I do right now. So,
what are the differences between a 00018 and the Country Boy OM?
Yeah, so so the big difference would be the Bourgeois OM is a true OM, isn't it? Full scale?
Should be.
Yeah, let's look.
Sometimes they're not.
Yeah, they're 25.5 inch. So the big difference there in that question would be a triple O guitar is a 24.9 inch scale length by default anyway. And a OM guitar is typically going to be 25.5 inch scale. So about a half an inch in difference in total scale length, which means a half an inch of difference in the amount of pressure that it takes to force upon the strings to actually play the guitar. So with a lesser scale length guitar, you have less tension on the strings, which means that the guitar strings vibrate differently, they're easier to press down, but at a slight cost of kind of the kind of snap and volume that a full scale guitar can provide. So you typically get a bit more volume and punch out of a full scale and a little bit easier playing but softer sounding guitar out of a triple O. So now from there, it would just be design differences and tonal approaching differences between the two companies. Bourgeois, of course, having a specific type of bracing that is meant to be a very balanced type of tone, which means that you get this really articulate and even sounding guitar. Whereas a Martin's going to have a bit more of this traditional, like robust Martin growl to it. Even with a 00018, I find that's evident in those guitars. So it's a stylistic choice difference, it's a scale length difference, and it is a sound difference. Yeah. Did I say that twice? It's.
I think you're hitting all the bases.
Yeah, there's several differences. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see here.
We got a lot of cool guitars in here right now.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
I say that all the time though. What?
What's your favorite in here right now?
My favorite guitar in here right now, it's this BG252, which I love. That's probably not a big secret. And then this Quado, which maybe I should play this for folks.
Yeah, play that for a minute.
You think, unless I have any other questions. Yeah. This guitar is awesome. I love it. If I may be so bold. It's also a super nice day out today, guys.
I know. We should just do this outside.
It's
76 degrees outside.
I wish we could. It's like, yeah, it's like 75 degrees, bright and sunny. Everybody hear this stuff okay?
I think so.
What a wonderful guitar. This is absolutely gorgeous. I believe this is just like a really figured bear claw Sitka top. It doesn't say specifically on the tag, but I'm fairly certain that's a Sitka top on here. And then the crazy Cocobolo back and sides, which looks awesome. It looks like what's the ghost from Pac-Man? You know what I'm saying?
Ghost?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Didn't they have individual names?
They did, but I can never remember them.
It kind of looks like the ghost from Pac-Man on the back.
Is it a deep body? I don't think it is a deep body.
No, I don't believe this is a deep body. It is a quadruple O. So this is a quad O guitar with a 12 fret to the body design and a slot head design as well. Now this is really cool. It's got the kind of, what is this one called? The logo design. Abalone.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact, Pearl script, is that what they say? And then open gear kind of Grover tuners. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I love this guitar. Ever since John unboxed it, I was like, okay, this is going to be one I think I'm going to like. Just beautiful.
Here's a quick question, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend the Bourgeois Touchstone Vintage OM or wait for the new 2026 large sound hole version? And can you play the Bourgeois Touchstone Vintage OM?
Probably. Do I have a Touchstone?
Yep, there's
vintage?
one over there.
Yeah, there's one here. Okay, so the question was between this and the large sound hole version?
Yeah, the new large sound hole version.
Let me make sure I'm understanding right. The Touchstone large sound hole OM?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess that is coming at some point, isn't it? I think it's going to depend, right? I need to play one of those first to first of all give you a really accurate answer. But I will say Dana Bourgeois is very well known for his large sound hole guitars. The DB signature is typically a large sound hole instrument. A large sound hole guitar will give a guitar a bit more of a certain type of tone. Oh, is that's a new? Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh, I know what that is.
Hold on. A large sound hole guitar, I think, kind of evens out a guitar sometimes, and it's really interesting for bourgeois that tend to be already very even sounding guitars standard, right? I've noticed that with the TAS large sound hole that we have, it just balances out even further than what it already was, and so I think that's a decision that a individual can make. I guess I've only played these, so right now I would choose this. But I'm looking forward to trying the other ones and maybe get back to you with a better answer. Yeah. Hey, John, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. I may have brought over something pretty cool. I don't know. Trent, can you see that? What that is right now?
He can, but he can't spell.
You can't spell?
No.
What happened, Trent? Do you not know how to spell? Oh, man.
You only had it for one grade, and you skipped the one grade that you learned how to spell.
All right.
What do
Stay
I have
close
to check
me,
this
Jonas,
out?
so that they can hear me.
Here you go.
Custom shop guitar. No, you didn't have to go that far. This is Thompson that we ordered. It's a lot like the guitar that I ordered for myself that I ended up selling, except not.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was supposed to have something, and it didn't have.
It's got some stuff. This is you're gonna see it. I'll go through all the specs on it. It's gorgeous. Those who have followed the channel got to see that it's coming because they got to see it unboxed at Thompson.
It's beautiful, as
Right.
always.
Thompson, but I changed a couple things last minute. It's DEIA, East Indian Rosewood, but it's old growth East Indian Rosewood. Check out this. It's gorgeous, by the way. I looked at it yesterday. Perfect quarter sawn, old growth Indian rosewood. And yes, that does make a difference. I've actually experienced it lately. Plantation grown rosewood is what most people see in Indian rosewood. It is quicker, not as hard. It has a different sound characteristic. There is a much closer to Brazilian sound of the old growth.
Got a K and K in it.
It does have a K&K. Factory K&K in it. Slot through saddle, last minute change happened on this guitar.
Is it glued in or pocketed?
I don't know. It's just their slot through.
Oh.
I haven't tested it to see. It's just a slot through saddle. I'm going to say it's not. I mean, it's probably glued in. It's not pocketed. That you're right. I'll shut up and quit acting like I know what I'm talking about. It is not pocketed. It is going to be a glued in one, standard slot through. They don't do a pocketed one.
Okay.
On this one. You guys will see the purfling all the way around. But even more so, the torch, which the only other guitar so far that's come out with this was the guitar that I built for myself. And they go, hey, we did come out with a name for it. And I thought it was hilarious. She goes, it's called the Fertility Torch. And I said, wait a second. She goes, it's the one that we put on your guitar. And I said, wait, did you name it after me? And she goes, no, but now that I think about it, we did. We named it after you. I got 5 kids, guys, in case you didn't already know. One thing that's interesting, and I want to see what you guys think on this. The build sheet says that it is a V shape, which is what Thompson is. I'm going to tell you, I don't think it is at all.
Is it?
You feel it. That is definitely a C shape.
That's not a V. That's a C all the way.
That is a C. So build sheet says it's a V. It's not. Corey, play it for the guys and the peoples. That torch and the purfling on the peg head and the fretboard is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm a big fan already. So
Cool.
it is officially available. This is not already pre-sold.
Great sounding guitar.
It's gorgeous and good looking. I think that torch is absolutely
I'm not hearing it.
I'm gonna go with
Try again.
We're working out the kinks
Yeah.
on the sound stuff. There's a new mixer in here. I heard what you were hearing, by the way, when I was watching it over next door. It's like a digital thing. You're probably not hearing it.
Yeah.
It may be in the new spot. But we'll get it going.
Trying to mess with it.
Awesome. Man, it's so cool to get Thompsons in here. We usually see just a few throughout the course of a year, and now this I think is the first one we've received so far. This is a
it's
beautiful
one of our
guitar.
builds. This is the first guitar we've had that is built for the acoustic shop in probably a year to a year and a half. But there are more coming. I know there's a DMA coming very shortly. There's a couple of DMAs. There's another that added. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous as well.
Yeah, it's
So-
wonderful.
Yep, everybody should have two. We do have pricing on that if anybody is curious.
Just go ahead and say it.
All right, I think I looked this up a little bit ago. That one prices with all the upgrades, it will be $87.99. Old growth Indian, like I said, Adirondack spruce top, slot through saddle, purfling, and the fertility torch, and a K&TK pickup on factory.
Cool. Do we sell the DPA mics?
No, I'm working on it though. I'm gonna get that happening. Give me some time. I'm slow to get things done sometimes. I'm already backed up. Hey, I got some more cool news for
What's
you
that?
guys. I got to see the very first new Recording King guitar, Bluegrass Dread. I have the prototype now. There's some things that we're editing. It was awesome that they put us in on the conversation. You guys got to see it as well. And we went through it. There'll be some changes, some things that are going to be better, some things that are, that I think will add to it. But the good news is, it looks like they're going to be coming to market in that $700-800 price point, all solid mahogany dreadnought as to start with. And it looks and sounds pretty darn amazing. I think it's going to give the E1D a big run for its money differently. I think it's going to hit customers that may not have been as excited about the E1 series, something to kind of go at. And it's unique. It's got its own finish. They're calling it a light sheen satin finish. So it does have a little bit of a shininess to it. Pretty cool overall.
I was pretty
You guys
impressed.
do that.
I was pretty impressed
Yeah.
with the one I played. I wasn't sure we were going to talk about that, but
I'm just saying we have it. It's still a few months from production. And yeah, it'll be cool.
Will you play a J run on that? Perfect. What was the price on that one more time?
I think it's $87.99 if I remember right. It's right in that. So it's 87. Yeah, I think it's 87.
Cool.
Guess what else just showed up, which I haven't got to open yet. Remember how Guillaume and James told us that there was a BG52 Burst that is supposed to be the most incredible guitar they've ever heard? It just showed up next door, so I'm going to go take a look at that here in a little while.
Alex, tell me if that's better.
Anything like the RD 328. Different guitar altogether, totally different voicing, different specs. In my opinion, a large upgrade. It will not be an Addy top though, so there is that.
They did sound really good.
Yeah, it's really good guitar. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. Get ready to be surprised.
this is a wonderful sounding guitar.
Why don't you just go ahead and buy it, Corey?
I would like to. May I?
You may. It only takes
Alex,
money.
John doesn't have a microphone. We're just sharing mine.
We're sharing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're getting it figured out.
just always crash these things so that it ends up being me involved when I'm not supposed to be involved. That's got a lot of punch on the individual notes. Perfect.
Here's a question for you, John.
Yep.
This is awesome. I love it.
It's gorgeous.
It's an absolutely gorgeous guitar.
I love it. Simple yet not simple.
How would you like it if there was a Banjo Tuner D28 Brazilian Rosewood? I believe it's going to be like the Bourgeois, but a Banjo Tuner. Dread version of it.
It can be done. I know J.P. Cormier is big on adding the Banjo Tuners to guitars, adding extra mass to it. Hi, Corey. So the reason why we did the Banjo Tuners on the OM is for a specific reason. It's more accurate to what a real 1929
That works better.
OM style would be like. Am I blasting everybody yet?
No, we're good.
No
I got it turned down a little bit.
That's what the real OM 28 would have been like. And since we did that Bourgeois to be like a 1929 with the same construction style, all the same features, Brazilian rosewood, the style bracing, the fabric bracing, hide glue, everything about that was as close as Bourgeois, except for the neck joint, to the real thing as possible, with obviously a little bit more advanced voicing from what the vintage was. So that was my idea, is like, if we're going to do that, let's put the Banjo Tuners on it and do it right, and it's perfect. It's the perfect guitar for that.
I was just playing it, and it was just amazing.
I was gonna like you.
No, it was a thing where I was telling the folks at home and out there in America that
And
the world.
We got
that,
people from Sweden on here right now.
It was
so-
one that has grown on me as we've had it in here. Now, obviously, we want guitars to find homes, but sometimes guitars will stay here for a little bit, and we as employees will get a chance to kind of notice how they change over time. And that is one that is just, to me, is just getting more amazing as the days pass.
See, here's what I think. Here's my theory on this.
Yeah.
You guys finally recognize what I already knew.
I don't know about that. I'm not ever going to acknowledge that.
I've
been in love with that guitar, honestly, since it came in here. And you are correct. It is getting better and better. And Bourgeois do that. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
They sound great on day one. They sound way better in about 2 to 3 months.
Well,
and then they just keep going.
There's something about that brand that has a more dramatic change over time to me
agree.
than a lot of other brands, and I don't know what that is. I have to ask Dana next time I get a hold of him.
Yeah, just get a hold of him. Dana,
What's
tell me
going
what
on
you're
with your
doing.
guitars?
Oh, jeez. Anyway, hey, I had one last bit of news, and I'll get out of your guys' way because you guys were doing a great show. Great show, Corey.
You're welcome.
Jonas, not so much. Trent,
I'm trying.
you're amazing. Got a report yesterday, actually this morning when I came to work. Have you already covered this on the 1940s?
No?
No.
All right. So I got a report. We have the 2 that are in stock right now. There are only 4 more that will be coming by the end of 26, and we can't put any more orders in. That is it. So there's 4 more, 2 more 1 3/4 and 2 11/16, and I think both of the 11/16 are spoken for. Is that, or at least one of them is?
I'm not sure.
The one guy who
Maybe. Maybe.
All right. There was somebody who ordered an 1 3/4 but thought they had ordered a smaller one and still deciding. But that said, and they come out great. Honestly, I still think no matter what, whether or not they continue the series, whether they do whatever they do with Bedell, and in some ways it will come back. I will guarantee it. Whether it's under, I don't know how they're going to do it. Honestly,
They're amazing
I'm kind of
guitars.
speculating, but I will say every single one of them has been amazing. They all come in as my, if not very favorite, one of the very favorite mahogany dreadnoughts that is out there.
They're great, man.
They're incredible guitars. And yeah, so if you're wanting to get a hold of one, 4 more is all that are going to be built that are coming to the acoustic shop. I don't know who else is getting whatever, but we can't put any new orders in, so that's it. Once these are gone, they're gone at least for 26, unless they change their mind.
Okay. How tall is Corey? Because you
Taller
can see
than
him.
me.
Yeah, he's taller than me too.
6'1".
Are you really 6'1"?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Last time my doctor measured me, he got out the tape measure
Yeah.
too. Yeah. He said, "Oh, look, you're a big guy, aren't you?" Yeah.
100th percentile right there.
I still mark my my head at my parents' house.
Does it change
Yeah.
much?
It's still changing. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here's what's weird.
I'm
is,
growing this way though.
What's
Yeah.
going to start happening is it starts to go back down.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me, it's already started.
6'1's a pretty normal height, I think. Right?
Wait a second. Are you calling me abnormal?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Got him.
You guys remember that time that it was the last day Corey ever worked at the acoustic shop? Do you remember that time?
I thought it was my last day,
It
but
was your last day.
it's now changed.
Holy smokes, it's everybody's last day. Trent, is it your last day?
Sure.
Hey, you know what I got to find out? I'm in this like bragging mode right now. I just found out I'm going to get to go to Japan
That's
In
pretty
May.
darn cool.
in May.
Yeah.
I'm going to Japan. I'm going to buy so many Tamagotchis. You have no idea. I'm going to buy them all.
I told you, John, that you have to stock up on your kimonos.
That's right. I'm gonna buy those and Hello Kitties. Those are the things I'm going to buy while there.
Will you bring us home some good souvenirs that are not either one of
Snacks.
those things?
Snacks. So
That's
many
fine.
snacks. You know what? I've actually been doing some research on Japan, and every single video that I've watched that says if you're going to visit Japan, buy the snacks. They said go to convenience stores and just buy all the snacks. I also found out that they have whole places with vending machines with little toys in them, and it's like the whole business is hundreds of vending machines that you put your coins in and get collectibles.
That sounds
in little
awesome.
eggs.
See, they've got it figured out. I wanna go to Japan and do like a vlog and do like the acoustic shop goes to Japan.
All right.
Yeah.
You can take it over for me, I guess.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm going on this trip. Never mind. I'm not letting you
Dang
do
it!
that one.
I almost had him
You
too.
almost had it.
So
I've
you're
always
gonna have
wanted to go.
carry all the camera equipment with you, aren't you?
It's just me by myself. Actually, they're giving me, Jason just got it in, a new camera. It's a little bitty thing that I'm going to be able to walk around with and do it may not be as good as it won't be as good as what Jeremy and Jason are able to do, but I'll be there, I guess. And they know that. So anyway, we were invited by Yamaha. It's going to be pretty cool.
It's gonna be
I'm
really
looking-
cool.
Looking forward to it. So I'm going to be seeing all of their factories. They have 3 Japanese factories, and it looks like I'm going to get to go to all 3 of them. And also, I did not know this. They have a Yamaha musical instrument store in Tokyo.
Oh,
I
that's
just found
cool.
out
You're
about
gonna go
that.
buy some stuff?
I'm going to buy so many Yamaha things.
Yeah, pianos.
Pianos.
Motorcycles.
Bring back a piano.
And a
Bring back a
motorcycle.
jet ski. That'll be at the beginning of summer. The store needs a jet ski.
All right, I've ruined enough of you guys' live stream. You can have this back, Corey. Bye for now, everybody. See ya. Enjoy this Thompson. Corey, if you want to keep it, you can keep it. Just
Cool.
Just take it with you.
I hope. Well, you think he's joking?
I doubt it.
I could probably take.
Here's
this
the thing:
home.
is just take it home.
Well, I mean, I'll have to bring it back because I wouldn't have paid for it. Somebody else is gonna enjoy this guitar. This guitar is wonderful, by the way. It sounds really good. Man, I'm all thrown off now. John's like.
I know. Let me scroll back
like a
and see if
wrecking
I can
ball.
find some questions that we missed.
It's
We
like-
missed a couple. Can I get an oval hole F-style mandolin for less than $400?
Potentially, I don't know what some brands out there do, but for our purposes, I don't think we have anything that's around that range at the moment, anyway.
Let's see. Now everybody's just talking about Japan.
I would love to go to Japan, man. It would be so cool. That's one place that's on my bucket list. I'd like to see, like the UK. I'd love to see Scotland, like Europe, all of that stuff. I would love to. I've only ever been out of the country once. Well, I guess twice. I went to Jamaica on a cruise ship, so I guess that was kind of the same. But I've been to Mexico once too, but I've never been to like a different continent. I'd love to go see other places. It'd be cool.
Where's Hinkley?
Where's Hinkley? She's working on videos somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are stuck with me on Tuesdays for a little bit.
Yeah, Hinkley is a very busy person, and she the videos that you see out there on YouTube land are almost entirely of her making. So if we want more YouTube videos, we gotta let Hinkley spend some time doing that stuff.
Can you please play a McPherson Sable basket weave? I do not think we have a touring in at the moment. I know we have a Sable.
Touring? I bet I could try and play one.
Between the two is really to your point. I mean, spec-wise, you got this.
Oh, we do have a touring in. We got both. They're right there. Awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we got one in.
Does he want a touring or a sable?
Both.
Oh, okay. Let's start with.
While you're putting the microphone on, would you like the new BG252 or the new Thompson?
Well, the 252 probably. If I
Dang
had,
it.
just because that's a Brazilian rosewood guitar, which is pretty sweet. But that Thompson is amazing too. I need to play it a little bit more. This won't stay because it's got like a bowl back type of thing. This is the gold tuners on it. All right, let's switch over to this next one here. We need to move that around a little bit. That's tough to get back in there. This one's got a bit more of a flat area for me to put this on. These are so cool. So these are, of course, for those who do not know, these are all carbon fiber with the cantilevered neck. We have Evo fret wire on here. These come stock with 8020s on them. They do the Elixir 8020s on these. The closed McPherson branded tuners. What are these? They're 510s. There are 510s on the back here. And then the only way to adjust the action on these, for those who do not know, is it comes with a medium saddle and a low saddle setup. There is no truss rod, there is no adjusting of this guitar. It is set up and ready to go, and it will never change. If it is changing, then that means something has happened and is wrong, and maybe your guitar's in lava. But in this case, you cannot change it immediately without doing a saddle swap, which is very normal for these. And then it does have a LR Bags pickup that is specifically tuned for carbon fiber as well. So really cool guitars. The full size is around $3,800, and then the touring is around $3,000. So about an $800 difference between the travel size versus a full scale guitar. They're wonderful to play. If you are looking for something that is absolutely dead set consistent, a carbon fiber guitar is a great option. Cool. All right.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
It says, "Hi, my name is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
What were the 1940 guitars that John was speaking on?" Those are the Bedell 1940s that we worked on last year.
Yep. Well, was that last year? It might have been 2 years ago.
Yeah,
when
we
those
didn't start
first
seeing
started
them until
coming.
last year.
The Bedell 1940 is a creation of Bedell, essentially where they did a scan of John's 1940 D18, and they basically redid it spec for spec in a modern type of build approach, but the tonal characteristics of that guitar are present in spirit and really in tone, just in a more modern way in the 1940 Bedells. They're actually absolutely excellent. They even have Evo frets like John's guitar does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the best OO/OM? And here are the options he gave: Alvarez LF70 12 fret, Eastman E20 OM, or the Bourgeois Touchstone.
Yeah, well, those are all different guitars. My personal favorite would probably be the Bourgeois Touchstone of those three. I like the balanced kind of OM approach on those guitars. And to be honest with you, I mean, there's not many other people, there's not many other brands that I like their OMs and triple O's as much as I love the Bourgeois ones. They are just really dialed in guitars, very balanced, very wonderful to play. That one I was just playing a few minutes ago was excellent. And that Bourgeois Banjo Tuner OM is just, it's just excellent. So yeah, I would have to say I'd have to give the nod to Dana and his crew with their designs of those guitars. I'd choose that one. But those are all great options. They may be different for you. So,
Do you have to have an F-style mandolin for bluegrass, or can you be a good bluegrass player with an A-style?
yeah, no. So you, Hot Rise player.
Tim O'Brien.
Tim O'Brien. Tim O'Brien
One of my
always played
favorite singers of all
A-styles.
time.
There's no right or wrong answer there. I would say always with A or F, go with what you like the tone of and you like the look of, right? An F-style mandolin is more ornate and they're more difficult to make and they look cool, right? So that's why people tend to really like those because that's what the old Gibson Lures were modeled and everything. So that's kind of the modern 20th and 21st century vision, I think, of what a lot of people see a mandolin to be. However, one is not better than the other. F-styles tend to have just a bit more attack to them in tone because there's more surface area to the mandolin, I think. This is not an objective answer, just my opinion. And then A-styles tend to be a little bit warmer and sweeter sounding as in general. But you can absolutely play any of them. You can play whatever you want, any mandolin you want. If you're specifically looking at what most bluegrass mandolin players are playing, though, most of them are playing F-styles. That's probably just a trend, though. That's been happening for a while. Yeah. And a bit of tone as well.
Is a cat-eye capo worth the upgrade from a Page capo?
Capo worth upgrading?
Yeah.
So from a Page, you have a few options. You have the Shoppe Fine Tune. You have the D'Addario Cradle Capo in that same vein or styling. And then you have the Cat Eyes, and then you have Elliott. Those would be the four options I would throw out there to you. The Shoppe Capo is going to be a nominal change in design and features from the Page, but they're really quite good. They have a recessed screw, which is kind of nice. The D'Addario Cradle Capo is similar in that way. I'm a big fan of the Cat Eyes capos. I think they're really great. I've been using one of those for the last couple of years and have been really thrilled with it. And then I do have an Elliott McKinney capo, which is probably still the best capo that I own as far as just function and intonation and everything's concerned. It's an excellent capo. They're just expensive, so.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's see here. Would a $300-ish F-style mandolin from Amazon be very good? Or should he save over $1,000?
Yeah, well, so this is what I'll say, right? If you get something from anytime you're ordering an instrument, right? One thing to keep in mind is where it's coming from and how it's been set up or how it's been, I guess, taken care of by someone who knows what an instrument is supposed to sound like, right? I don't know, I've never bought any instruments off of Amazon, but what I would say is I always like the ability to call somebody and talk with them about something if possible, because the way an instrument is set up prior to it leaving to go to your address so you can pick it up matters a lot, because if you just get a mandolin that shows up and it doesn't have the bridge fitted, or if it doesn't have any of the strings on it, and maybe you've never played a mandolin before or don't know how to set up a mandolin, that would be pretty discouraging to me. So if you're a brand new player and you're wanting to get a mandolin, $300, you can certainly buy a mandolin for $300. I would just make sure that the place you're getting it from is hopefully setting it up to its fullest operation before sending it to you. Because if I ordered something and it didn't show up, as advertised, then I'd be frustrated probably, as I'm sure a lot of people would. So we take that, now I can only speak for ourselves, right? We take that stuff super, super seriously because we are all players. We play mandolin, guitar, banjo, violin, what have you, ukulele. And getting something that is set up correctly, and that's a loose term, right? The word setup, right? Setup means something different to everyone, right? But there is an objective, is this instrument correct, right? Is it at least in the ballpark of setup correct? And that's something I would be concerned with if I was getting it from somewhere I didn't know anything about it. Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense.
Okay. Looking for a red spruce top Sinker mahogany OM. Any source suggestions?
Any source suggestions?
Yeah, where could he find one?
Sinker mahogany Adirondack spruce OM. I don't know offhand. I don't think that we have any in here. We have at least 3 or 4 Sinker mahogany guitars in the store right now, but they're all dreads from my understanding at the moment. And no OMs. I couldn't just off the top of my head tell you exactly where one is right now, but I know that a lot of manufacturers have those woods available potentially for a custom build.
Yeah.
I've seen some really cool Sinker mahogany guitars over the years, and I'm sure that there'd be a lot of places that'd be happy to make you one.
I'm trying to read everybody's saying
you're
that
good.
they should buy their mandolins from us, which we appreciate that.
Well, me saying that isn't to say like, hey, just buy stuff from us, right? You get stuff. Of course, I want people to come to us and to hopefully be able to show them what we can do to get you a good and well set up instrument. But ultimately, I always understand that it's budget related, right? Like mandolins are just a little bit more tough than guitars. I could definitely recommend guitars to you easier around $300 to $400, but mandolins are a lot fewer and further between at those price points. They do exist, though. They do exist out there.
Would you do a Bedell 1940 or a Boucher BG42 BGM?
BGM. Man,
First
so
Gold Master.
that's really tough. They're very similar and very different guitars. I was talking about this with John the other day whenever the Boucher guys were here. The BG42 is the closest thing to scratching that itch of what a 1940 was doing for me, but it's different still. Like the BG42 still has this kind of like modern forward shifted thump to it, whereas the Bedell 1940 has a rear shifted bracing, and it's got a drier, I don't like the word dry, using dry too much, but it's got a less saturated lack of sustain type of thump, which is really cool too, which is kind of specific, right? There's not a ton of people these days who are as familiar with what rear shifted guitars sound like. And they're sweet. It's just different. So there's very different guitars. Right now, because of some recency bias, I really love the Bouchers a lot. And I would probably pick that right now. But if I had my choice of the two, I'd pick them both, man. They're both awesome. Both awesome guitars. The neck shape of the Boucher is a bit more appropriate, maybe for me, than the Bedell one. At least the Bedell one is like the 1 3/4 feels fine, but the 1 11/16 tends to feel too close to me. on that one. I'm just used to 3/4 on the neck these days.
That's kind of been the trend everybody's been moving towards. I mean, it's
Yeah, well, I mean, really the last 20 years, 30 years
Yeah.
maybe, early 2000s to now. I mean, I don't know when, because it does seem like trends follow things. So like with Martin, right? Whenever Martin decided to go from 1 11/16 to 1 3/4, that kind of became an industry standard, right? And if they decided to go back again, maybe you'd start to see that swing the other way. I don't know. But all of these follow market trends. And so most Eastmans that we get in here are 1 3/4. I'd say more than 70–80% of the Eastmans we have in here.
yeah.
And I would say that for all guitars. More than 75–80% of all the guitars that we have in here are 1 3/4
Yeah.
inch. But if you're sensitive to it, the old style kind of nut width 1 11/16 is still available often in lots of guitars. Just not as easy to come by as it used to be.
Okay. I think we're going to start wrapping it up here just
are
a
we?
little bit.
I like this mic. This thing's cool, man. Sometimes I'll go back and rewatch some of these that I do, and I'm like, oh my God, Corey, why'd you say that? But I'll get to hear the guitars sometimes, and it sounds pretty good. Sounds not too bad. This is an ever-changing process of trying to get good audio to you all, so you can hopefully get good representations of what these instruments sound like, and hopefully get an idea if you aren't able to come to a music store and play these yourself. That's the #1 comment I get most of the time. We get that a lot, don't we,
Yeah.
Jonas? Where someone says, I just don't have this instrument available to me. And that's, that's where we come in, right? Like I don't get someone will say, I don't have a chance to walk into a store and play an E10D, or to play a Martin custom shop Sinker mahogany guitar or what have you. And we're really lucky in that regard to be able to talk to you all about it and hopefully give you our most accurate, hopefully unbiased thoughts, although I'm sure I've shown my bias plenty over the years. But I love all these guitars for different reasons, really. These are all sweet, man, except for that one over there.
Yeah.
That's the one I don't like.
Okay, I'm going to push the hot take button for that. Actually, I'm not, but I could. Do you have any
They don't
hot
know which
take-
one I pointed at.
Do you have any hot takes today for us, Corey?
Do I have any hot takes?
Hang on.
Did you bring up the hot take button?
Now you're good.
Hot take. Basic Pingwell tuners are fine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need really high-end tuners to have a good playing instrument. Most tuners are fine on most instruments, in my opinion. But your mileage may vary. So that's my hot take for the day.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, we're going to shut her down, and I guess we'll see everybody later.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. That's something I'm trying to be a bit more even-keeled about. So if you have any questions for me or us, you're welcome to call us anytime, 417-720-1223. We'll do our best. We're a small crew, but we will do our best to help you. And thank you so much for hanging out with me on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon. And have a good rest of your week, guys.
Alrighty.
See you tomorrow for Shop Talk.
See ya.